Ever wondered why your scrambled eggs don't come out as fluffy as you'd like? We've all been there trying to whip up a breakfast delight, only to be left with a plate of overly dense or runny eggs. The trick to achieving that cloud-like fluffiness is not just in the technique, but also in comprehending the science behind it. So buckle up as we embark on a culinary journey to unlock the secrets of perfectly fluffy scrambled eggs. First off, we need to understand what eggs are made of. An egg is primarily composed of two parts: the egg white, which is mostly water and protein, and the yolk, rich in fats and nutrients. The egg white, or albumin, is about 90% water and 10% protein. The proteins in the egg white are key to achieving the fluffiness we desire in scrambled eggs. The yolk, on the other hand, is about half water, a third fat, and the rest is protein. The fats in the yolk contribute to the creamy texture of scrambled eggs. Now, what happens when you apply heat to these proteins and fats? The heat causes the proteins to coagulate or set, changing their structure and making them firm. The fats in the yolk, meanwhile, melt and emulsify, adding a velvety mouthfeel. Now that we know what eggs are made of, let's see how we can manipulate these ingredients to our advantage. The perfect scrambled egg is all about technique and timing. Firstly, let's get cracking. Break your eggs into a bowl. Fresh eggs are best, as they have a thicker white, which will help with the overall texture. Now grab your whisk. Whisking is not just about breaking up the yolk and the white, it's about incorporating air into the mix. The more air you whisk into your eggs, the fluffier they'll become once cooked. So, give it a good whisk until you see small bubbles forming on the surface. Now let's talk temperature. Cooking scrambled eggs is not a race. It's a gentle process. Start with a cold pan, add a knob of butter or a drizzle of oil, and only then should you add your whisked eggs. The fats will melt slowly and evenly, coating the proteins in the eggs and preventing them from overcooking and becoming rubbery. Next, you want to cook your eggs over low to medium heat. This is crucial. High heat will cook the eggs too quickly, causing them to lose their moisture and become dry. Remember, patience is key here. You want to slowly cook the eggs, stirring constantly until they form soft, creamy curds. Let's move on to the dairy debate. Adding dairy products like cream or milk to your scrambled eggs can help achieve a creamy texture and add a touch of richness. The dairy acts as a buffer, slowing down the cooking process and preventing the eggs from becoming overcooked. However, it's not essential. If you prefer your scrambled eggs without dairy, just make sure you're extra careful with your heat and stirring. And finally, the seasoning. Always season your scrambled eggs towards the end of the cooking process. Salt can break down the eggs if added too early, leading to a watery scramble. So wait until your eggs are almost done, then sprinkle in a little salt and pepper to taste. And there you have it, simple steps backed by science to make your scrambled eggs fluffy and delicious. So what have we learned today? We've unraveled the secrets of the humble scrambled egg, diving into the science that turns a few simple ingredients into a plate of fluffy delight. It's not just about cracking eggs and tossing them in a pan. Oh no, it's about understanding the power of proteins, the magic of heat, and the transformative properties of dairy. We've seen how proteins in eggs behave, coagulating and turning liquid into a solid as they're heated. That's where our fluffiness begins. But it's not enough to just heat them. It's about controlling that heat. Too high, and the proteins tighten too much, squeezing out moisture and leaving you with dry eggs. Too low and they don't firm up enough, resulting in runny eggs. Then comes whisking, a crucial step that introduces air into the mix, creating pockets that expand with heat and give our eggs their cloud-like texture. But remember, don't overdo it. We want fluffy, not frothy. Finally, the addition of dairy, a step often overlooked, but oh so important. The fats in milk or cream coat the proteins, slowing down coagulation and providing a buffer against overcooking. The result? Creamier, softer, and yes, fluffier scrambled eggs. Remember, achieving the perfect scrambled egg isn't magic, it's simply science. Happy cooking!